I'm Sarah Woodbury, and this is the third video of our October 2022 trip to Wales. Today I'm going to be talking about the castles of the Welsh kings and princes of Gwynedd. The kingdoms of Wales existed long before the coming of the Normans and their castle buildings. The Welsh in those days didn't really build castles at all. They built llysoedd, or llys, which are palaces, administrative centers for the governing of the country. Thus, while the rulers of the different kingdoms of Wales did lead armies against each other, their system of warfare was not based on defending castles. Only one, Llys on the island of Anglesey, has been excavated, and that's where I'm standing right now. With the arrival of the Normans and their castle building endeavors, the Welsh needed to build castles too. Because the Normans were invaders, they needed to defend themselves from the people they were conquering. Thus, they built their castles around the margins of Wales. In Gwynedd in particular, those margins are called the Iron Ring of Castles, each of which could be fortified either from England or from the sea. The Welsh, by contrast, built their castles in the heart of their territory, very often in the mountains. Castell here is an example of that. The castle was built, yes, for defense, but even more to guard an important pass through Snowdonia, as well as the valuable cattle pastures that surround us. The Welsh castles were built to protect and defend. The Norman castles were built to conquer. Dolbach is another castle of the Welsh princes built to counter the growing power of the Normans. Like Castell, which was built first, it was begun by Llywelyn in the 1220s. Also like Castell, it guards an important pass through Gwynedd. The castle continued to serve the Welsh princes up until the death of Llywelyn ap Gruffydd in 1282. At that point, it was taken by King Edward, and in 1284, he dismantled portions of the castle, using many of the beams to build his castle at Carnarvon. Criccieth Castle is a little different from the other castles of the Welsh princes in that it was not built in the mountains. It was built on a promontory overlooking the ocean. In that, it was much like the others in that it still guarded an important trade route, meaning this port into Criccieth. Llywelyn began the castle in the 1230s, and it was improved by his grandson, Llywelyn ap Gruffydd. Like all the other castles of the Welsh princes, it was eventually taken by the English after 1282 and the death of Llywelyn ap Gruffydd. Next week we'll be talking about the planted English towns associated with Edward's castles in North Wales. Thanks for watching my video. You can click on the playlist or subscribe to my channel to see more. There'll be a new video next week. If you want to check out my books, click on the link to my webpage.